Now, you actually just got inducted into the A&T Hall of Fame, correct?
Yes,
Congratulations,
sir. Yes, sir.
man.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
Thank you.
How important do you think it is for players to think about legacy while they're playing?
Wow.
Or do you think they should leave that till after their careers are over?
I think this is one of the things that it's a byproduct of your hard work.
Yep.
I never did at any point think about the Hall of Fame.
Really?
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
It was just the only thing that I did think about all the time was getting drafted. That was my ultimate goal. I just wanted to get drafted. I just wanted to play pro ball. I wanted a shot at the major leagues. So I never really thought about legacy and trying to. Every now and again, you might, if you find out, what's the home run record? Something like that.
Right.
I want to be the all-time leading. But the ultimate goal for me that I always dreamed and talked about was getting drafted. Where am I at on this ranking? Where did Perfect Game have me? Oh, the new list for the top prospects of North Carolina came out for the junior class. Am I on it? Where am I at? Who's in front of me?
Yeah.
And things like that. So it's just always trying to improve your draft status was something.
Would you recommend that to young players to kind of be not consumed? I'm not saying you were consumed with that, but just kind of like constantly looking. Is that beneficial? Is that does that cause a detriment to your playing ability? If that becomes too much on your mind, as far as, hey, my batting average just dropped. I mean, we all have had the kids that we've coached before. We have the kid that he gets a ball just underneath the glove of the second baseman, and he's on first base, and he's asking, did you get that a hit, or was that an error? Was with like, my batting average is now this, like, is that a good thing to be thinking about in your now looking back at it? Do you think it's fine?
I think that honestly, I would have said if I didn't. I got a story for you here,
okay.
And this is what happens. Growing up, before it happened in pro ball, I would have told you I think that's good to be able to know where you're at, because it's something that's pushing you. That would have been my answer before I experienced what I experienced in pro ball. I didn't have the best statistical season of my entire life until I was in independent baseball with the Wild Things, when I stopped chasing another opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
When I just gave up on trying to appease scouts and just played the game because I loved it, ironically, that's when I had the best statistical season of my life, when I stopped caring about what they thought and just played the game because I loved it.
Right.
So I would say, yes, lose yourself in the game. And what I teach others on stage now is lose yourself in helping others. So that right there, that lesson, when I had the best statistical season, is because I truly gave up on myself. And I said, I want to win a championship for this team. And I can't do it by myself. So when I go to hit, I'm bringing somebody with me.
Yeah.
When I'm going to long toss, I'm going to bring other people with me and pick them up. Whenever this pitcher is working in the bullpen, I'm going to give quality feedback. I'm going to say, have you ever thought about throwing this pitch in this count? Just giving you some feedback. So I was very inclusive with that. And by doing that, it was almost like that commercial. When you see somebody do a good deed, you're like, you want to open the next door.
Yes.
And somebody sees you, and then they're like, I want to help this lady across the street. And then somebody sees you do that, and like, you know what? And that's what happened. And that's how we became a championship ball team. It's because I was bought in to doing what was best for Dave.
Yeah.
And not what was best for CJ.
It's a great lesson, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's something that for sure I think needs to be taught to younger players. I mean, all players, obviously, but at a young age, the importance of that. And I think that also, could come back to your, when you had talked about playing on teams that weren't as talented as maybe your talent at a young age. A lot of times those are some lessons that you can learn even back then. Too, is bringing people up.
Yeah.
That's super, super important. That's a cool perspective.
I appreciate it.
If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.